119. Let's first look at 14.1, page 119. 119. Each of the following nets can be assembled into a polyhedron. Match each net with its corresponding polyhedron and name the polyhedron. Be prepared to explain how you know the net and the polyhedron go together. Let's make this a little bit bigger. You guys may need to write the names down at the bottom just because you don't have as much, or you have more space at the bottom. I do not. So looking at A, and I'll actually make mine smaller and I'll write out to the side. Looking at A, first, how many bases does it have, Leah? It has one base, which means it's going to be some kind of pyramid. What shape is the base, Jake? The shape of A. Yep. What is the base shape of A? A square. Who thinks they know which of those bottom ones could be folded from A? Afton? 3. Do you guys agree? Okay, so let's put an A under 3. Then out next to the side, we're going to name it. What would we call that shape when we fold it up, Lily? What could we call that shape? Is it a pyramid or a prism? It's a pyramid, so we know the second word's going to be pyramid. We name it by its base shape. So it's a square, but what do we call them? Do we call them square pyramids? Hallie, what can we call it? Yeah, a rectangular pyramid. Rectangular pyramid. For B, who thinks they know which one, when I fold it up, would look like B? Ellie? Number 2. Why do you think that?
Because number 2 has rectangular faces or bases.
Yeah, it has rectangle faces and bases. How many sides do rectangular prisms have? 6. And if we counted, we can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 sides there also. So she is correct. It's not up to scale. Okay, Owen said that B looks skinnier. He's right. But they're not scaled properly. Elise, what would we call that B? Good job. A rectangular prism, because the bases are rectangles and it's a prism. It has 2 bases. C. Tatum, which one do you think if I folded it up I could use C? 4? Why do you think that?
Because it has less room to the up pyramids and more, not pyramids, triangles, and more.
Because 1, you see all triangles. If it's mostly triangles, it has to be a pyramid. If it's all triangles, it has to be a triangular pyramid. So C is triangular pyramid. Triangular pyramid. You have room at the bottom. You can write down there. It's okay. You can leave that. I just don't have the room that you guys have. D. It's my Toblerone. D. Owen?
5.
D is 5. Do you guys agree? What do we call that shape? Leo?
Rectangular pyramid?
Is it a pyramid?
Wait,
It has two bases that are what shape?
Triangular.
It's a triangular prism. They are easily confused with pyramids. Remember, pyramids come up to a single vertice. This one doesn't come up to a single vertice. See how there's vertices on? Because the triangle are the bases. What shape are the faces? On all the sides, rectangles. So that one is, D was correct, but D is and I'm going to have to squeeze these ones over here, triangular prism. Only one left. E is a cube. E is a cube. Okay? Flip over to the next page in your book. Why don't we have to do 14.2? That's what you guys did over the weekend. That's what we already discussed. Okay? Nope, I think my board just froze. Next thing I want you to pull out, we're going to set our book aside for a second. Actually, you can close it. I gave you the notes page. It says lesson 14 and 15, nets and surface area at the top. Pull it out. I will pull it up. Okay, looks like that. So we're going to talk about finding surface area from a net. What is surface area? Who can refresh my memory? What is surface area, Leo?
The area of all of the sides, and then you add them all up.
The area of all of the faces. And yeah, you just add them up to find the total surface area. So, strategies to find the surface area of a polyhedra. Kind of crooked. What can I write there? Oh no, undo. Here we go, get rid of this. Go away.
Maybe press the untitled. Top left. No, don't do that. Press the undo.
Where did that box come from?
Press the undo another time. It won't go away. No problem.
It's not going anywhere.
Oh, it's where that blue thing is. Like that. No,
That's his full screen.
you don't want to press that.
I don't know how to get rid of that. Okay, we'll just undo. Okay, I can move it over here. I don't know where. My goodness. There we go. We'll just.
Click it once and then move it.
It won't let me click it once. It's creating text boxes. Oh, well, I can write on it like this. It's okay. It's just not very big for you guys. As long as you can see, we're good. How can I find surface area from a net? Who thinks they can give me some strategies to write on those lines? What did Leo just tell us to do? Tatum? Find the area of?
You can make it bigger.
How do I find surface area? What'd you say? Say it a little bit loud. Yeah, you find the area of all the 2D shapes and add them together. So find the area, and you don't have to keep these bullet points lined up. It's fine. Find the area of all of the, she called them 2D shapes. We're going to call them faces. And add them together. How can we make sure all the faces are accounted for when we're doing surface area? We've only done like one example so far, but what did we do out to the side when we were showing our work? When we were counting top, bottom, left, right, front, back.
Yeah, what about it? What? We did not do that? Top, bottom, yeah, what? Yeah, what do you...
What can we do to make sure all of the sides are accounted for?
Oh, check your bases.
I didn't call on you, so you shouldn't be talking. You can count. Write out your numbers. Number your work. Number your work. We're going to go over to the net under example 1, right here. What prism can be assembled from this net, and what is the total surface area? Notice this net has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different sides to it. Go ahead and number those exactly how I did. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Underneath it, notice it made a nice, neat table to organize all of my information. You do not have to make a table. You can just put like 1, 2, I know on this, but on your homework you do not. So for face number 1, what shape is it, Dom? How do we find the area of a rectangle? Length times width. Owen, what are the length and the width of this rectangle? 5 and 4. Let's go ahead and fill those numbers in. 4 and 5. So length times width. Jake, what's 5 times 4? 20. Shape 2 is a what, Leo? It is a triangle. Hallie, how do I find the area of a triangle? Good job. Base times height divided by 2. Are your boxes bigger than mine a little bit? Yeah. Okay. So I'm going to squeeze mine in here. Base times height divided by 2. I'm going to write it like that. How do I find my base and my height? Or how do I know which side is my base and which one is the height? Tatum?
It doesn't matter which one is the base and the height because they're going to multiply them all the same.
Okay, but how do I find them? What do I look for?
You kind of make a box out of it.
You're decomposing and rearranging. How do I find, if I'm just looking at my number 2 here, how do I know which 2 sides are my base and my height? Hallie? How can I know they're standing up straight? What kind of angle do they form? Right angle. The 2 sides that form your right angle are your base and your height. And Tatum is correct. It doesn't matter which one's which. Because if it's laying down like that, you could call the bottom one the base and the side one the height. Or you could flip it and switch it around. It doesn't matter. We just have to count those. So this side is 3. What is that bottom side? 4. Okay, so now I'm going to plug it in. 4 times 3 over 2. 12 divided by 2 is why do I really not have any work to show for face number 3? Leo? It's exactly the same. Double check the dimensions, but if I count the base and the height the same as 4 and 3, then we can just copy down our 6. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. So I'm going to go ahead and just put another 6 there for that triangle. Number 4, we have another rectangle. Meyer, what is the length and the width of that rectangle or square? 4 times 4, so it's a square. What is 4 times 4, Meyer? 16. We have one more side. Leo? Okay. 3 times 4 or 4 times 3, either one, which is 12. To find the total surface area, what do I do? Ellie? Add them up. I'm going to go out here and line mine up a little bit better. I'm going to go ahead and group those as 12, 16, and 12. What's 6 plus 4? 10. 2. Is that right or wrong?
I got 60.
You're correct. Okay, because 2 plus 4 is 6. What is my label for surface area? Leo? It's an area. It's still squared. So if we don't have a unit, we put in units squared. Okay, I have one more paper to pass out to you. Does everybody have this? Will you start passing those out for me, please? A net is the unfolded 3D shape. How many more do you need, Tatum? 4?
No, wait, 5.
There's a couple extra, I think. Does everybody have this? Okay, the next paper is your homework. We're going to do the first one together because it is kind of confusing. I do not have this one to pull up on the board, so I will just work it out on the whiteboard. So the title of the worksheet says Surface Area of Prisms with Nets. Hallie, there are 5 problems. Everybody flip it over to number 5. Mark it out. Mark out number 5. Hallie, pick a number 1 to 4. 4. Everybody find number 4. We will do it together. Number 4 on the homework page. Number 4 on the homework page. Says find the surface area of the triangular prism with the given net. A says the area of the bases. So looking, I'll try and draw this out real quick. This is one where we have to do a little bit of thinking. Looks something like that, and it tells me this is an 11 and this is 30. What else does it show me on the bottom picture?
That the triangle shows like the height of it is 6.
The triangle is 6.
What is it showing me, Owen?
The height is 6.
It's telling me that the height of this triangle from there to there is 6. It's just kind of showing it on the 3D shape, not on the net. These are tricky. That's why you're not going to have many of them for homework.
Yeah. It is. It's going from triangle to triangle.
No, it's not. I thought it's going height.
Why can it not be from here to here?
Oh, because 6 doesn't equal 30. That's 30.
Because it's telling me that's 30. And again, these are tricky. So I'm going to go in and fill in all the numbers that I know. If that's 30, that one's 30, that one's 30, that one's 30. If this one's 11, what else is 11?
All the other sides.
That one. That one's 11, that one's 11. The middle is 6. You're right, the height is 6.
And then like all the way across would be 42.
Where?
From
it'd be
point to
41.
point on the triangle.
No, it'd be 42. All the way.
From triangle to triangle.
We wouldn't need that.
Yep, we don't need that. That's not important, okay? Now, what shapes do we see? Owen?
Rectangle and triangle.
We see 3 rectangles that are all the same, and we see 2 triangles, correct? Which one are my bases? Owen? The triangles. So, out to the side, how do I find the area of a triangle? Elise?
B times H over 2.
Okay, so somewhere out to the side, base times height divided by 2. We're just focusing on the triangle. Just focusing on the triangle. How long is my base? What do you think, Ethan?
Base.
I didn't label it. But if all those rectangles are the same. So if that's 11, that's 11. What does this one have to be? 11. So my base is 11. What is my height? 6 divided by 2. What's 11 times 6? 66 divided by 2 is 33. That's just for one triangle. How many triangles do I have? 2. Or add 33 or multiply it by 2. So since there were 2 of the same, Jake's saying we really didn't have to divide by 2, but we were finding the area of each one, adding them together. So the area of my bases is what? 66. So your top line, you'll write in 66. The next one says area of lateral faces. In our book, they don't call them lateral faces. They just call them faces. Dom, how do I find the area of my faces? Okay, 11 times 30, so 30 times 11. Let's use mental math. What's 3 times 11? 33, and we add our 0. How many of those faces do I have? Meyer? 3 of them. So you could add or multiply by 3. So our lateral faces or faces are 990. How do I find surface area? Ellie?
You can add 66 to 990.
Okay, and what do we get? Tatum? 1056. What is my label if I don't see one? We have a label, so what is my label? Feet squared. It calls them lateral faces. We just call them faces.
We used to do number 6.
Yeah, yep. Okay, your homework is just to do the 3 front ones. 1, 2, and 3 on the front of the worksheet. You do not have to do 6 and 7 right now. Just 1, 2, and 3. Okay, I will see you guys tomorrow.